Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. There is a thought-provoking quote or question asked by a great Pan-Africanist, Ukachukwu Okorie. He said, "How can we reconcile that Africans cry more than the bereaved in international conflicts?" Yes, that's a good and fantabulous question, and we need to ask ourselves, because Africans are really bereaved. Their own, I will clarify it in the sense that it is a blood painted around a large building, or a mouthful of blood covering the entire atmosphere in Africa, because the system in Africa is bereaved. The people in Africa is also bereaved than the international conflict, the bereaved international conflict occurring even recently now. Africans has died. Yes, we are dead. And why are we dead? Because our minds are mentally derailed, because our mindsets have been ricocheted, because we are instituted into that dungeon of mental slavery, thereby not rebooking the economic strain happening in our continent, the economic strain that we need to counter with our mental power, the economic strain that we need to wipe out from our continent. Other countries have a good governance in the sense that their economic stability is non-stop, but our own is always stopping, always stopping. And what do we have to say about this? Yes, as far as I'm concerned, I have empathy for those that are bereaved. I have empathy for those that are facing dichotomies. I have empathy for those that have been intruded into so many problems, because I normally consider the humanitarian aspect. If I don't consider the humanitarian aspect, then what am I not speaking? But no matter what, our cries, African cries, are more than the bereaved in international conflict. But how can we Africans know that we are good to go to that paradise? is by us uniting together. In my previous analysis about Africans uniting together, I said something that for Africans to unite together, there must be love. There must be genuine love. Genuine love that can never be broken. Genuine love that will help break any hate, any jealousy, or any greed in our behaviors. But when there is no love, we will become like a stick of broom being cut into pieces. Stick of broom being cut into pieces expatiates a lot, and that is what we represent if at all there is nothing like love, because the entire parts of Africans will be cut into pieces. Even till now, there's nothing like love. And that is why we need to feel for others. Empathy needs to be unveiled among us. Empathy needs to be embraced. And that is why that question, you as an African, you should think about it, because it's a thought-provoking question. We Africans cry more than the bereaved because we don't embrace that love aspect, because we don't want to fix our continent, because we don't want to do anything possible to actualize what we are meant for, to actualize what is required, to actualize what will unite us, to actualize what will rebuke any redundancy in economic stability. Because economy, I say something about economic stability being something good. That is why that graveyard manipulating the entire system of Africa needs to be countered. Yes, it is in our hands to counter it, and know that we cry more than the bereaved in international conflict. And also remember that there are countries continent against Africa as a whole. They know what we are made of, and they know that many things in Africa nobody can comprehend, because we are blessed with so many resources. We are blessed with brain. We are blessed with supply of natural resources. So, and they know that if at all we brace up and things will continue to do, that world power, we have the ability to be the world power. We have the potential to actualize what we have been planning for. And that is why that question, you need to think about it. How can we reconcile that we Africans are more bereaved than the bereaved in international conflict? Think about it and give your full analysis.